show you how to clean your rave valves. I noticed somebody on there asked how to do it today, and rather than redirect you to searching the forums, I'm just going to go ahead and make you a quick video guide on how to clean your valves, and hopefully our admins will put it in a spot where it's readily available for all of our new guys. So here we go.
So in order to start off here, we're going to just start off with getting the tools together. These are the tools I'm using. You don't need all these tools. All you need is a ratchet. At least for mine, you need a ratchet with an 8mm dealio on it. And one of those Allen wrenches is a 5mm, so an 8mm socket, 5mm Allen wrench somewhere in there. The 5mm Allen wrench comes in your toolkit for your Skidoo snowmobile. I lost mine, so I'm using the one out of my toolbox here. We'll start off, you realize spark plugs are off. I don't care what part of the machine you're working on, you should probably just take them off for good measure anyhow. And to start off here, we're going to unscrew these two little screws here. There's one here, one here, one here, one here. And we're going to take those off. So directly behind this little black valve cover deal will be this little spring that I'm holding right here. I'm holding it right now because I didn't want to drop it. But behind there will be that. And you'll notice that there are, looks like, two more little cap screws right here and right here. So we'll take those out with our 5mm Allen wrench. Alright, now we have both of those cap screws out. So now what we should be able to do, and you might not be able to do this because there is a gasket behind here that might be kind of sticky, so be careful when you pull this out. Just grab right here and this whole piece should come right out. And you notice that gasket back there, mine just came out one little nice piece. It is considered best practice to get a new gasket every time you change these. However, I haven't yet. I've gone with this will be the first time I haven't gotten a new gasket. Actually, I didn't last year on my other sled, but I'll probably get a new one for this one. But yeah, then you should have a nice little hole in there, and we'll show you what to do with that next. So what we're going to do next is I have a little magnetic bowl here. I placed the valve and all the parts in. As you can see here, there is quite a bit of greasy and maybe a little carbon buildup on there. And I'll show you real quick on the other side. As you can see there's quite a bit of buildup there. And we want to get this all off, and it should be just smooth, clean, I guess aluminum or whatever this is made out of when we're done with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and find my can of carb cleaner here and spray her down pretty good. And I'll probably let that, oh, it's on my hand, shit. Probably let it sit for a good 2-3 minutes and then scrub it off a little bit. Not recommended, but if you have really serious buildup from somebody who hasn't ever cleaned their valves, you can use a wire wheel or a grinder. Like I said, however, not recommended. You'll probably wind up taking a piece of that valve off with that. I did it once, but you got to do it real gently, like so. If you want to, go ahead. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend just a cloth and some parts cleaner. But we'll let it sit for a few minutes. So again, same thing with the other side here. We'll just see it's all unscrewed. I'll just grab this, and I already know the gasket's going to stick, so I'll just wiggle it out. And there's the second one. So that's what you should look like after you have your valves taken off. And again, we'll just take this one over and set it here in this little bowl of parts cleaner, and we'll let them sit there and think about what they've done. So those are cleaning up pretty good. I'm going to let them sit for a while longer because one of them's got a little chunk left on it. We'll just let them sit there and think about what they've done. Anyhow, next, to clean the rest of them, we're going to actually get I'm going to use a piece of an old t-shirt wrapped around the head of a flathead screwdriver, soaked in carb cleaner, and I'm just going to kind of get in there, wiggle it around a little bit, and clean the inside out. Being careful not to gouge or jam in there because your pistons are right behind there. So be gentle, just a little clean. Should be fine. As you can see, I have my cleaning instrument here, and I'm just going to take that. I'm going to give them a little clean inside there real quick, and here we go. You got some gunk there. And just do this for both sides, just kind of scrub around in there a little bit, and then we'll get ready to put the valves back in. Now, inside of these things, I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bellows inside of here to help them go back and forth, I guess, or something like that. But there's a bellows and an O-ring and probably another couple pieces in there. But just make sure when you move these back and forth that there isn't any oil getting pumped out, so you know that you're not getting oil up inside of here. If you are, it's time to replace your bellows and maybe your O-ring. So now at this point, these are pretty clean, clean enough for me anyhow. And these are pretty cleaned up, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall these just the way we took them out. So notice how now when I slide these in and out, these slide out nice and easy. Before they were kind of sticky from 1,000 miles of ride, and I put on this here. But yeah, good to do this about every 500 miles. So right now, before we put these springs back on here, I just want to make a point of this because I forgot to do it one year. Thankfully, I remembered that I didn't do it the next day, and I put them on. But make sure you put the springs back on over these little guys here. And just for reference, I'm not sure on this, but I'm pretty sure the torque specs on these little cap screws are 20 pounds, 25 pounds. Also, if you do drop one under the motor like I did last year, you can take it to the hardware store and you can just get another one. I mean, they're not, I think they're $1.63 when I got them, so no big deal. But we're going to go ahead and reassemble these now. Just like that, I've just finished putting those back on. We're all set. We have clean valves. And just remember, if you did spray carburetor cleaner down in the exhaust ports, I don't know about Skidoos, but my Polaris didn't care too much. Any Skidoo I've had has had a real problem with any parts cleaner it got in the motor, so if you did go ahead and spray parts cleaner in there, you're going to have a hell of a time getting it started. That's a whole nother battle.
I'm winning, you're losing.